Hello. Well, it's been a while since I've done a video, um, and yeah, I thought might as well get the ball rolling on another potential TV repair slash restoration slash rebuild slash hair pull slash whatever. We're just going to see how this one goes. This came to me via a contact who works at a local recycling station. Um, to be honest, I kind of need it like a hole in the head, but it's one I don't have. It's a model I've never seen, and it's only a 19-inch. It's not some great big bloody floor-standing console thing, or some big friggin' 26-inch mother on legs. So, yeah, I don't have the room, but hey, you always find room for certain things. So yeah, it is a Murphy Super Signal. It's a 19, apparently. Yeah, so that is what the front looks like on it. Obviously, being in a smoker's environment, look at the nice nicotine glazed sort of yellow, sort of beige staining effect that it's got on it. Mind you, the camera's probably not picking that up, but I was turning that away. Yeah, you can kind of see the what does Shanghai 66 call it? Nicotine glaze. Well, yeah, he's about right actually. So yeah, so it's not bad condition. It's a little bit, the cabinet's pretty average. I'm guessing it's obviously had a few water stains, got a few nicks out of the corners. Probably when it was dropped off at the recycling centre, it was probably sort of dragged around on concrete and thrown on its side and so forth. Don't know what year this hails from. I'm saying probably late 60s, maybe even early 70s. No, probably late 60s. I'm guessing. I have seen a photo of it with the back off on one of the Facebook vintage TV Facebook groups. My contact posted it up on one of the pages, and I'm like, oh, I got a look at that, and it was gonna get. I mean, most of the sets get scrapped, not because of my contact, but because of management, basically. But fortunately, this time round, management said, no, look, do what you like with them. So yeah, he had another set which also arrived, but that was a pretty beaten up. Look like another complete nightmare. So I let him scrap that one, and I decided to take this one instead. So yeah, so I've never seen inside it physically. Yeah, I think with further ado, I think I will pause, swivel the set around, and we'll have a peek inside and see what delights await for us on the inside. Right, and here is the back side view of this thing. So it's a Murphy Super Signal. So distributed by Fisher & Paykel Limited Private Bag, Panmure, Auckland, manufactured in New Zealand by Allied Industries. They were part of Fisher & Paykel. AWA Murphy. As you can see, there's definitely a type with Rank Bush Murphy Limited. I think they're affiliates of either the in Australia and more than likely England as well. So the model is an MLF 429. I have no idea what it is. I've probably got the service data on one of my mini books. Might have to go digging if we can't get this thing working. Obviously, it's lived its life down south in Oamaru, and also it's been serviced by Parker's Radio. Now, Parker's Radio, I actually knew the guy that took over Parker's Radio in Lower Hutt probably in the mid-1990s. Unfortunately, he's now passed away. But yeah, seeing that label on the back, yeah, because that number basically used to be the number is what I used to ring them on. But I had a 5692113. Because later on we went to 7-digit numbers later on. I think in the 90s, I think when the telephone system here changed. So you got your usual fine tune, vertical hold, contrast, horizontal hold. Down here you've got your width control as well. Yeah, all pretty sort of standard. Sort of, yeah, just a standard back cover, I'm guessing. Right. Let's take the screws out of here and see what awaits us on the inside. So I've never looked inside this thing apart from in a photo, so I kind of know what it looks like. It's yeah, it's a bit different, but yeah, it's like I said, I really needed this thing like a hole in the head, but I don't know, I kind of like the look of it, and something sort of told me to save it. So I'm only hoping the picture tubes are right. If the tube is flat, well, or had it, well, it's probably not much point actually probably continuing with it. So, but we'll see what happens. And here we go. Ta-da! Look at that. Oh, yuck. What's that shit down there? Oh, the bloody yolk, the plastic. Yeah, but the yolks, oh yeah, the yolk's like a cock on a sock. It's all bloody loose. Yeah, this bloody plastic thing, the plastic disintegrates because that's part of the clamp, which clamps to the tube. That'll be what all that crap down there is. But overall, oh yeah, oh man, breathing that smell of old cigarette smoke. I'm sure Shanghai would love this. This is right up his alley. I'm not even sure if he even watches any of my videos, but I'd certainly watch his. But yeah, it actually amazes me the basket cases that he gets, and he manages to get them going. I mean, you know, some of the sets he gets going, I wouldn't even attempt to even try and even look at. But no, he seems to persevere with those damn things and gets them going. So, right, so what have we got down here? We've got, oh yeah, lots of crusty old Ducon capacitors. That there'll be some wax jobs under there. I'm sure I'll get the bloody thing in here and have a look. Can't wait to fire this thing up and those dropping resistors, the crusty smell, the aroma that will come off of those resistors when they get hot. Oh yeah, the usual. Oh yeah, look at that! Don't you love it? Yum yum yum. Well, they'll have to definitely get changed. I definitely won't be leaving those in there if I even get that far with this damn thing. Got a usual collection of 1970s cobwebs and dead spiders up in there. EL36, a 6EM5. That's probably a 6AU4. I'm guessing. How to guess? Oh yeah, 6AU4. It's your damper diode, your boost diode there. Looks like it's still got its emission, along with the EL36 as well. Okay, it's not a good sign when that's loose. Let's have a look in here and see what's, I'm guessing 1B3 GT. High voltage rectifier, I'm guessing will be hiding in here. What the hell? Oh, here we go. It's got one of the donut flybacks in it. Basically insulation's all pitch. It's all pitch. Oh yeah, it's got a wee bit of leakage, wee bit of crusty leakage down there. I can just see under there's a bit of crap just dripped down. I've got some spares of these somewhere, so if that's faulty, I should be able to replace it with something. 1B3 GT. That looks all good. What's under here? Yeah, the usual resistors. All the carbon comps. All the carbon comps, they all would have drifted or gone high. So there's probably no doubt a multitude of those to be changed if I even get that far with this thing. But yeah, it's actually not interesting, the layout of the thing. A circuit board here. Then you've got all your high voltage and all your high voltage. So your power supply and all your high voltage and everything's all down here, it would seem. Again, I apologise for my ad hoc video skills. Nothing is pre-rehearsed. It's just on the fly. Still using the holding the crappy tripod. So again, I apologise for my crappy videoing skills. Right. So what will we find behind here? If it will open. Oh, hang on. I've got to undo that as well. So I'm kind of looking through the camera and over the top of the camera at the same time. So hopefully. Why am I using that? I've actually got a complete set of bloomin' nut drivers. Yeah. Why make things harder for yourself, Glenn? There we go. That's better. I'm frigging around with friggin' stupid crescents. Right. Da 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 da. Ooh. Oh, yahoo, look at that. Now, I've just... now, this reminds me. This circuit board reminds me of one of those little wee AWA, little wee P... Are they P4, P11? Those little wee tiny sort of 9-10 inch sets, or 4P11s. Those little wee black and whites that are literally crammed. Everything's crammed inside them. That board looks very much like all the print. Yeah, that board actually reminds me of the layout, using all sort of similar tubes as well. Yeah, that layout's very reminiscent of those black and white AWA Fisher and Pipe, AWA portable black and white TVs. Very, very interesting indeed. This could be quite an interesting restoration if I get that far. Looking down here, what have we got down here? We've got our, guessing it's a voltage, be a doubling circuit with a couple of diodes, I'm guessing. Down in there, we've got our filter caps. Yeah, I can see this being a pain because of course the lead from the IF coaxial lead from the tuner to the board, of course, is just not long. It's just short enough to be a pain in the ass. Mind you, this thing could be designed. This thing could be designed a lot worse, like a Philco predictor. Again, I don't know how Bob Anderson. I don't know how he doesn't go crazy working on those things, but obviously he's done lots and lots of them, and at the moment he's actually doing he's doing multiple restorations and a whole lot of predictors at the moment. So that's B Anderson TV. I'm sure people that watch my channel probably follow his as well. So at the moment he's doing a great big series on restoring a whole lot at once. So I think he's got about 3 videos uploaded so far. So I'm definitely watching those with interest. Enough waffling. Now what's down in here? I'm just curious what's under here. That's just a tag strip under there. What have we got down here? Sorry about the video. Sorry about the shaking, guys. All your fuses down there. So I'm guessing one's probably a filter choke. One's probably vertical output. Whatever one. That's your PCL80. That's ECL80. It's an ECL85. So that'd be a vertical output, frame output drive. So yeah, one will be a choke. One will be a vertical output transformer. I can't see anything else hiding down under there at all. That's width, and then there'll be your horizontal oscillator or shift oscillator adjustment there. I'm guessing this whole thing. Does this whole thing? Oh yeah. Oh, the whole thing does. This whole metal square tray basket. The whole thing actually unbolts and comes out. So yeah, actually they've actually kind of yeah. I actually don't mind the design of this thing. It's not too bad at all. It's certainly better than some others, and I know I've already said that, and I'll keep repeating myself because it's what I do. Yeah. Oh man, I just love those wax capacitors down there. God, I guarantee they'll all be completely shot to hell. Okay, so this okay, maybe I'll take that back. Oh man, really? There's components under there as well. Down the back, there's components hiding down the back there as well. Let's take this nut. See if I can get this nut out. Because actually, it looks like this is actually okay. That's actually bolted to that. So actually, yeah, to service that, you'd have to pull that hole and pull that bottom chassis out. It's not too bad. You only got two nuts either side. One there and one down over there. Yeah, a whole lot of 7-pin and 9-pin valves here. 686 ECL85. Probably EF183, EF184, EF183, EF184, the IF tubes. That looks like an ECC8283. That's probably a horizontal oscillator, sync separator, possibly 6H6, 6HT5. That could be a video tube or something like that. I'll have to look up the specs. Video output, possibly. There's probably a 6AV6, something like that. Oh, there might be a video output tube there. Yeah, I'd have to look at the circuit. Unfortunately, when you don't work on the old black and white tellies, you kind of get a bit vague on a few things. So I'm guessing the whole shot was out of. I'm guessing that poking around was completely out of shot with the camera. Sorry about that. The problem is, if I look at the screen, it goes blurry because of my eyesight. So I've kind of got to pull my head back a little bit in order to see things clearly. So, all right. I think the next thing to do would be to actually check the picture tube. Would be a good idea. And I actually managed to acquire quite a fancy picture tube tester. So we actually might, or should I just use my tried and true one that I've always used, rather than spending friggin' half an hour trying to figure out how to use a new cathode, a new tube tester. Mind you, we could always incorporate it anyway with this video or another video if we get any further with this thing, I guess. It's actually this. I'll just put it up on top of the set, because it's actually quite a nice looking thing. It's actually a European one, so it's called a Mutero. So I'm guessing it's. This is it German or German? I'm guessing German or Dutch, German, Danish. I'm not quite sure. If that's German or not, actually. But yeah, this thing here, BMR, Muta BMR. It's actually quite a nice looking thing. It's got it's quite a fancy thing actually. You've got all your test, repair, cutoff, emission, focus, locked characteristics, curve. You've got your red, green, and blue for your gun emissions. It's actually quite a nice looking thing. All your adapters in here. So every single adapter known to mankind, I think, is in here. These will be all colour ones. These will be all colour ones here, I'm guessing. it's definitely colour. Oh, yeah, the K9. That's K9. The Mark II K9. Don't know. But no, it's actually quite a nice looking thing, actually. I would actually like to try this, and there's no reason why I couldn't actually try it. I probably just need to figure out how to use the bloody thing first. Maybe I should figure that out first, and then we can test the picture tube and see if it's any good. I'm guessing the instructions basically you'd set your grid volts, adjust your cutoff, which actually should be. I guess because it's got a tube data sheet in there. Guess we could always test it that way. Just go by what the tube specifications call for, and I'm guessing you can just go through and actually it's all fairly self-explanatory, really, isn't it? Mind you, God knows when it was last used. So, oh well, I might do that. Might just for fun. Might actually try and check the tube with this, and if I have no results, I'll use my my trusty old what is it? This one over here that I've got. This use my trusty old is it leader that I've got? Yeah, use my trusty old leader one. If this one here doesn't yield any results. Now I'm gonna have to go and find my black and white adapters. I've got them here somewhere. So right, hold fire, and I'll be back very shortly with a potential hookup to this thing and see what it does.